Hello there, good evening. You are listening to your man the Mage, and today I'm going to be reviewing the Detroit Steel Deluxe figure from Marvel Legends. Now, you might have saw this review and you may be thinking, why is he reviewing a figure from 2023? Well, I can tell you why I'm reviewing a figure from 2023, because I only just brought it in 2024. However, I noticed that before I brought it, there was very little reviews on this big guy. So I thought I'd do everyone a favour, in case you're on the fence about getting this guy, and give it my honest opinion since buying it. And what a figure. I really, really like him. Before I go into the figure, if you like the content, please give me a like. Please give me a subscribe. Give it a thumbs up if you can as well, because it really helps me out and I really want to get out there and do this a bit more often. Anyway, back to the review. So, bit of a story, real quickly, before I go into what the figure is and why I brought this figure. I recently lost a bidding on eBay for the Apocalypse Bath, the best one. And I was so annoyed with myself, I just had to go out and buy something just to give myself a bit of a, what's the word I'm looking for? Scratch that itch, that buyer's itch. And I came across this. And it was on the Hasbro Pulse website for like 35 quid, which is still a lot of money, but this was usually going for like 55, 60 quid. I've never seen this that cheap. So I thought, ooh, I like big robots, I like guns, and I like chainsaws. I'm going to take a risk on this guy. And yeah, he came and I really, really like him. So I just wanted to tell everyone in case there's other people out there that want to buy him but are a bit unsure. So let's take a look at him. But let's take a look at the box first. This is what he came in. And I really, really like. Even though it's windowless, it's just a really cool box, man. I mean, it does what it says on the tin. It's just got Detroit Steel in all its colourful glory. And yeah, we've got a bit of measurements here. 9.2 inches. That's a big boy. And yeah, wait till you see him. He looks even better outside the box. But anyway, really nice box, really nice artwork. One of the few cases where I think a windowless box has really helped. I mean, it looks like something you'd see in like a dedicated Japanime store on the top shelf next to your Gundams and next to your Power Rangers or whatever. I'm not a big fan of Japanime. I really wish I was. I've tried my hardest, but can't get into it. So yeah, that's the box. It's, again, just a box, but it's a really nice box. And I just wanted to share that with you before I'll show you the big boy himself, Detroit Steel. So let's get him out. And here he is in all his colourful glory, Detroit Steel. Just to give you an idea how big this guy is, I've got an Iron Man figure here. It's the Silver Centurion. And look, how you doing? He towers over Stark. He is an absolute unit. And as I said, you put machine guns and you put chainsaws on this bad boy, I like you very much. In regards to Detroit Steel and the character in the comics, I'm going to level with you. I don't know a lot about him or it, because Detroit Steel isn't just one person. It's had a number of pilots. The most recent being Justine Hammer, the daughter of Justin Hammer. I like that Justin decided to just literally look at his name and be like, yeah, we'll just call her my name, but the female version. That must be some sort of comic trope. I wonder if that has a name. Anyway, Detroit Steel. When he first appeared, it was during one of Tony Stark's many attempts at trying to make Stark Industries a better company, not doing weapons, you know, that sort of thing. And this guy just comes along and he's just like, yeah, I'll do whatever you want. Give me money. He's literally everything Stark doesn't want to be, okay? He's a sellout. All he wants is moolah. He wants glory. And he'll do it on the highest bidder. He doesn't care. He's like a NASCAR, you know? He gets sponsored. I'm actually thinking of putting a few stickers on here of like some random companies just to make him look like he's sponsored by someone. Not really looked into it yet, but it's an idea. Anyway, like I said, don't know much about the character beyond that. Couldn't even tell you the pilot's real name, the first pilot. But I have read a comic with him in, and that was my first encounter with this guy. I just thought, wow, he's cool. Do you know what he is? If Stark's RoboCop, this guy is Ed 209. Now, I hope you've all seen RoboCop and you all know who Ed 209 is, but he is this. He's just a big, giant robot who is there to maim and he's there to kill and he's there to destroy. But he doesn't usually get the wins. So yeah, like Ed 209 doesn't get the wins at all. The figure itself, I mean, he's just awesome. I love him. I love him so much. Like the colour, first of all, he just pops out. I would have guessed that this was done on the Warmonger book, if we're going to call it that. I would have thought this was original. I really would have. But he's just beautiful. I just love the colour. The paintwork is just fantastic, man. I mean, yeah, it's just such good quality, and you can tell a lot of effort went into this. Before I go more into how good it is, I am just going to say the bad points, because there is a couple. Very, very few, but I just want to get them out of the way. First of all, the chainsaw and the machine gun, as cool as they are, they're diddy. Like how big this guy is. Practicality, right? You imagine he's going up against someone and he's got this chainsaw. He's going to have to get really close to use that. I'm thinking, a couple of inches, bit more on the minigun as well. Made it look like he's just yanked it off a jet and stuck it on his arm. He could have done with bigger weapons, I ain't going to lie. And then to add to that and to make the weapons look even bigger, give him some fist hands, man. This guy's only got these hands that you see here. He doesn't come with changeable hands, which is a big shame. I think a fist hand, because you think, look, you put him to pose like that, and he looks straight. Oh, blimey. Why isn't he doing what I want him to do? That'll do. It should be a fist. If you're aiming a wrist-mounted weapon, you're going to make a fist. You're not going to keep it like that. It just doesn't look right, personally. It just look. Wow. Yeah, that's one gripe. That's two gripes, sorry. The weapons and the interchangeable hands. But the only other gripe is this bit here. Like, could they not have just put something there to cover up the joint? You can really see it. And it ruins the illusion. It makes you remember that he is a toy. But that's it. They're my three gripes with this big ball of awesomeness. I think he's fantastic. He's not much articulation, but he doesn't need to be. He's huge. He's just a big, colourful, robot, and I love it. I love it so much. He's got the ball joint in the middle there, so he can make a few alterations. You can do some things with him. Don't get me wrong, but if you like big robots, big, colourful robots with giant weapons, you've got to get this guy. He is great. He's technically pinless as well. No pins on him from what I can see. I would absolutely love, I need one, but I don't have one, a really big, like, God, my mind's gone blank. Like a stand for him to float him in the air to make him look like he's really flying, but man, I don't know where I'm going to find one that big. So yeah, like I said, there's not much to say about him other than he's big, he's colourful, and he just looks great. He just looks like someone that's going to mess people up big time. He does come with a couple of accessories, but nothing major. And again, this is why the hands would have been really good. So he's got a blast effect for his Gatling gun. You can stick that in there to make it look like he's shooting. It looks pretty cool for what it is, Look at that. Wow. Awesome. And then, just to top it off, once he's run out of bullets or he's stopped firing because he's destroyed everything in his past? Yeah, he probably destroyed everything in his past as well. It's got like a smoke effect, which still looks pretty cool. That's all he comes with. Nothing major. He could have already done with an extra set of hands. But yeah, look, the reason I made this video is, like I said, if there's people on the fence seeing this on offer, because it's still on offer on Hasbro, £35 plus delivery. If you're on the fence about it, if you like the look of him, get him. He's great. I really, really rate the guy, and I'm really happy to have him in my collection. It looks fantastic next to my Iron Patriot from the Cable free pack, which I wish I'd brought downstairs with me to show you guys, but hey ho. We can't all be perfect. I will just stand next to Mr. Hyde, because it's the biggest figure I could get without knocking down all my collection, just to give you an idea of his size. He towers over Hyde, and Hyde's huge. A really good bath, by the way. I recommend getting this if you can. Very slept on. Love this Mr. Hyde bath. So yeah, that was it. You know, like I said, this was a really quick one. Didn't want to make it a big one. It was just more a case of showing this guy off and letting people know just how much fun he is. Yeah. If you like big robots, get him. I usually review on must buy, wait for sale, wait for a deep sale, or don't buy at all. Well, he's on sale at the moment, so you've got no excuse. Thank you so much for listening to this and watching my review. As I said at the start, if you like the channel, if you like the content, please do give me a like, share and subscribe. Enjoy the rest of your evening, guys and girls, and until next time, stay cool.